Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Scrap Squad Sunday, and I had thought was going to finish all of the 12 days of spring scrap lifts before I picked up on the weekly ones, but this week's is one that I thought would be perfect for the photo and memory that I want to scrap. So I'm doing this week's weekly scrap lift. And the original is by Kirei Baldwin for Scrap the Boys. And she's used this black and white striped background, a whole boatload of colorful tags, and some florals here and there, and a couple parakeets. This is all of her embellishments are from Color Study, I think. And I really like how she has part of her title on the black and white stripes and then part on the white background. And I like that she's stitched around the outside. I'm not going to stitch, I'm going to doodle a border on my white background. And then we'll go from there. So what I'm scrapping today is at the retreat last week. There was a group of us that kind of went to dinner together, and on Saturday, a week ago today, was John's birthday. So we tried to go to Pappasito's, which was his all-time favorite restaurant. And back when we lived in the area where the retreat was being held in the Woodlands, Texas, we used to go every Friday night to a restaurant called Chuy's. And in the big open field kind of nearby there was a sign for years that said, future home of Pappasito's and Pappadeaux's. And they never built it while we were living there. But they're there now. So we thought, okay, we'll go to that Pappasito's. And because we're going early, because the classes let out at 5 and then we had until 7 before the next class started, we thought we'd have plenty of time and we'd be there before the Saturday night rush. Well, what we hadn't counted on was that it was prom night at Woodlands High School. And everybody who was going to the prom decided to have dinner at either Pappasito's or Pappadeaux's. So it was a 2.5-hour wait. So we just zipped on over to Chuy's, where there was less of a wait for a party our size had we not gotten there immediately. In other words, had somebody not jumped out of the car and run into the door in the rain, we'd have missed out because there were 2 or 3 other large groups that were right immediately behind us. So anyway, that's the story. The photo is a nice pose when one of the waitstaff took a photo of us. There is another photo that I don't have at the moment that someone took when we did a toast to John for his birthday. It was a very happy, lively meal with good company, good food, good fun, good stories. And we took a moment to remember John. And just recently I saw this meme on, I don't know, it was actually a reel, I think, on Facebook that said, what if every time we speak their names, there's a beautiful celebration in heaven? And I just thought that was perfect because we all spoke his name, and there must have been a celebration in heaven. So I have the journaling typed down. I have some foam on the back of it. I'm going to put it here. And the collection I'm using was determined by the fact that I had this beautiful fussy cut floral cluster from a 12 by 12 sheet. And all I have left of that collection, it's called And Many More, is the 6 by 8 pad. It's by Pink Paislee. So I've cut some tags, and I'm going to go from there. I have a penguin. I have a sequin mix that was one of the gifts one of our from one of our table mates, and I have a very old alpha sticker. They're teal and they're glittery, which is what I wanted for this page. So I specifically combed through my 8,000 packages of alphas and found that. And the black and white is, of course, as you can see, black and off-white, and I like it like that. It's by My Mind's Eye from the Lost and Found 2 collection by Jen Allison. That dates back to 2011. And John was with me and very much involved. I was kind of just beginning to get into scrapbooking, and he was curious about all of the papers and the processes, and he especially liked all of these lost and found collections that My Mind's Eye put out, and I ended up buying all of them, and they were all I think available years later in a peachy cheap offer. And he's, yeah, why don't you get those, because you'll fill in the pieces that they didn't have at the store. And I got them, and of course a lot of that is not necessarily my style these days. My style has kind of evolved, but I've kept all that stuff because John liked it. So I'm getting to use a piece of it on for his. In fact, I think I'm going to keep this and maybe cut it down. And I'm going to tape it to the back of this page and write myself a little note that he loved that collection. That's a memory worth keeping, even if it's on the back of a page. Okay, so let's get started here. I need to kind of size that. I think I'm going to put that behind the photo cluster itself, and I kind of want to maybe go over a bit because I'm going to have some tags coming out that way, I think. Okay, so this is a good placement for this. I'm just going to kind of stick it down, and I've kind of got the edges distressed, and I'm going to curl them. I like how Kirei's just kind of blended into her background, but I'm doing something different. Okay, I'm going to go. I want this down sort of because when I do my my title is going to be Birthday Toast, and I have the word birthday here. I cut it out of a pattern paper, so I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to spell toast underneath it, and I have these adorable little, they're champagne glasses, and we weren't drinking champagne there. There were some a wide variety of cocktails and a mocktail involved in this process. Those of you who know that I have a fib and a pacemaker would know that it's not a good idea to be drinking anything alcoholic. So I haven't since 2019. So here is where I'll put that. And now I have these little foam squares for the tags if I want to do that with them. Let me see if I can arrange them. That one is the floral one over too close to the florals. So let me do this birthday candles one there, and I'm not going to put any foam behind it. I'm going to move it over closer to the floral and let it be like that. And then I'm going to put this one, and I'm going to cut that off and put some foam behind it, just for the heck of it. I'll put it right there, and then I only want the very tippy top of this one to show, because I don't want the words showing, and I'm going to kind of stick it right there. So that's my little collection of 3 there. And this one for sure needs to be mostly hidden. I like that I'm doing this diagonal stripe there on top of the strong black and white stripe. That's kind of cool. I'm going to put it not quite out to the end, because I want the that to show, and I'm going to put this one in a little farther out. But I definitely want that to show. And let's see what we can do here. I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to put some foam behind it. It clearly needs to kind of stand up a bit. I don't know if that's clear to you, but it's clear to me with my goofy sense of dimension that I require my pages to have. I want this to be even. I don't want it okay, there. That seems to work. Now, I have, you can see the number of likes and comments that were on this when I screenshot that. So I'm going to cover that up with this little chipboard disc that says forever, and it's black and white, which is just perfect. And I'm going to kind of insert another John symbol, which is this sunflower, and I kind of don't want it lifting that page up that much, so I'm going to maybe pull it out a little farther and let the petals kind of go up, kind of I have to place the petals. There we go. And I have a little penguin, and I want him on a little bit of foam. And those of you who are new to my channel, John loved penguins and he loved sunflowers. And when I do a page about him or for him or memories of him, I try to sneak in. And sometimes this isn't exactly sneaking, that's kind of out there and obvious, but who cares? And I'm kind of, my thing is turtles, and I'm not quite sure I can fit the turtle in here. Oh, why not? Why not? It's my page going in my album, and it's goofy, but it's kind of a little sentimental sort of a thing. I collected turtles long before I met John, and every chance he got, he added to my collection, including his wedding present to me was a sterling silver kind of a candy dish that was in the shape of a turtle. The sterling has worn off, and I'm going to refinish it in like a black brass look. I don't know, black bronze, black, some kind of finish. I've watched a YouTube video on how to do it, and I still haven't quite worked up my courage yet. Okay, so here's where we're going to do the title. And I guess I want to put it right side up. Just, you know, could be just me. Birthday. And then I have to glue each of these because they're chipboard. So let me get those on. I pulled them off the original sheet because some of them weren't coming off very well. Like I said, it's a very old sheet of alphas. Probably some of the first alphas I bought, and I'm thinking they look like they came from a bargain bin. And I like how this kind of accents the teal up there. I pulled, as part of that alpha set, there's some and I like that. There's some little asterisks, and so I'm going to sprinkle them about, and one of them I want right there. And now I'm going to put these here. This was from a New Year's set at BrambleFox. Does that look like they're toasting? I think so. And in Kirei's original, she's got some embellishments that kind of come down. And so I'm going to do that. I'll add some sequins there, but I want to add some of these guys in a few other places. I have 5 of them, so that's my uneven number. I'll put one here. Then I'll put one here, kind of down by the turtle. And I have some presents I thought I might cluster up here. I did, by the way, this Chuy's logo, I pulled a free logo off the internet, and then I used some a program that's on the internet called remove background, remove.bg or something like that. Anyway, I just Googled remove background, hoping it could kind of tell me how to do it, and it actually gave me a program that would do it for me. So I used that to remove the background, and then I just overlaid that on top of my photo when I printed my photo. So it's part of the photo. And it's just a cute little red fish with blue sunglasses that I just really love. So I thought I might do a couple gifts. Let's see, I'm going to do a tall one here, like there, and then I might overlay that, or I'll overlay the yellow. I'm trying to see which way is up. There. And then I'll do another one. I'll do this one here, kind of covering the menu. I need to have the tag hanging down. So I'll do that. Alright, that's the base page. I want to stamp the date. And I've tested my stamp. I just need to be sure that I have it right, because I want to stamp it right there on the photo. Maybe not. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'll put it right here. I don't know. The reason I don't want to do it there is because that's kind of on the border of where the foam ends, kind of right there, and so that's at an odd angle. And what I could do is push a piece of foam up under it. That does it. So let me re-ink that, and let's try this. If I mess it up, I'll print it. There we go, 4/20/24. And that's done. So, yay, I didn't totally screw it up. And let's see, now we're going to do sequins. And I just love these colors. The colors are not only perfect for the theme of the retreat, which was called the Crafty Beach Bash, but it's also perfect for this collection. It has all the colors and different sizes, and put that one down there. I'm trying to grab a hot pink one to put right there, and I want one of these holographic ones. And then there's a tiny teal one here. This is such a beautiful mix, and I love kind of multicolor mixes of sequins. As you know, I sometimes take existing mixes and mix them up. To do my own custom and they're meant for that. That's something that I actually learned from the Spiegelmom Scraps design team, who are so good at selecting mixes that go with whatever collection they're using, or even matching photos. Oops. And I'm going to do some here. I'll do one or two on the black and white paper. Don't have any particular rhyme or reason for where I put the glue dots and where the sequins are going to go. I kind of try to make it look random, like the sequins sort of dropped there, but I will freely admit that I have gone back and filled in some when the spaces didn't look very evenly distributed, or where there was an obvious gap or something that, something didn't look right. So do that one there. I just love all these colors. And this one really matches the stripes here, just the pinks in that collection. And then here's an orange that is kind of right there, just perfect for right there. Okay, and now we're going to come here. And I'm going to put a few on the flower cluster. And that should use all the sequins I have left. So whatever colors are here, those are the colors that are going on. Whoops. Sometimes when the sequins are cupped really like bent and cupped so that they cup a lot, so that they're cupped like this instead of spread out. Sometimes there's a little pivot point that needs to make contact with the glue, and sometimes I don't do a good job of that. Okay, let me get this one, and those will kind of be hidden a little bit. Put that one there, and then a teal one here, and a little bitty orange one. That's one with a pivot point, but I made contact in just the right spot. This yellow is clear, so it's not going to show up, but it is going to sparkle because of the cupping. And here is a holographic gold one that is absolutely gorgeous. And another teal right there. A dark pink. Look at this. I think I'm going to have one sequin left in the cup. Oops, and I just lost it. I think it ended up on the floor, so I'm not going to have one left. I snapped it all the way onto the floor. Okay, and we are done. It is not a perfect, absolutely true scrap lift. I took a few liberties, as is always the case, but I think I got the little, trail of embellishments down, and the birthday up on the black and white, and then toast. I got my title there. I don't have as many word strips and sayings as she picked out, because I have this, which is kind of my I don't know, subtitle or something, and then I have the Chuy's logo there and the date, and then I have the journaling, so it's a little different. So let me pull my booster pad out of there. and put that away. So that's my lift, and I thank you for watching. Bye.